But that's my favourite Coldplay track of all time. I just thought I'd just throw that in.
Not a fan of Clocks?
No, I think I've overplayed Parachutes a little bit, and but that's my favourite one. I like it.
I'm afraid to say I'm a bit of a Philistine when it comes to Coldplay. That sounds the same as all the other ones. I'm sorry to say.
Oh, you'll have to meet these boys one day.
Yeah, and I'll tell them to their face. I don't care. A little bit rock and roll. I don't care.
Well, I'm Ricky Gervais. That little funny little Wurzel type voice over there is Stephen Merchant, and with us our producer Carl Pilkington. All right.
Whenever we say producer, of course, that is in inverted commas.
Yeah.
Done with the fingers.
Well, he didn't have it. I wanted to play some off my iPod today to record it because they didn't have it here. It's a great track called Anthony and the Johnsons. He didn't even have the lead. He went, alright, it's difficult. And he went, is it any good? I went, yeah, it's really good. He went, well, why haven't we got it here already then? Oh, that's the paradigm, is it? If XFM hasn't got it, it's no good. Four Non-Blondes doing well, is it? That's still in the cupboard, is it? Unbelievable. We're a little bit annoyed today, aren't we, actually?
I'm really annoyed.
Yeah, all that stuff we did last week, that Landauer sent us some sparkling wine, and we thought, right, you shamelessly plugged it.
Yeah.
How many times you mentioned it?
About 20 times. 20 times.
Well, the finale was hitting Carl on the head with a cork. That's on the website, by the way.
Okay.
RickyGervais.com. Go there and see Carl being hit in the head with a cork, right?
Yeah.
We said, look, send us free stuff, we'll talk about it.
Nothing. The cupboard is empty. The cupboard is bare.
No one has thought, I'll tell you what, there's those guys from The Office.
Yeah.
I mean,
let's be honest, Rick, we are taste makers. We're opinion formers, you and I.
Yeah.
And you'd have thought if anyone was going to send us some free stuff.
Yeah.
You know, it makes me fume. And do you know what it is? It's because PR people and that, they've realised no one's listening.
But not only are we going against all our principles and losing our dignity just for some free stuff.
And integrity.
Yeah. We're going against excellent policy, because obviously they would have got thousands of pounds for Landauer to be mentioned last week. 20 times. No, it wouldn't have. It's 42, It's 40 quid.
Yeah.
40 quid for a 9-minute advert.
Exactly.
So advertise your quality stuff here.
Yeah.
Jeff's Garage. Cheaper than some other garages. Anyway, actually,
did we play an advert once for a tattoo parlour?
Yeah.
Remember that? I'm sure we played an advert for a tattoo parlour. What tattoo parlour can afford to advertise on a radio station? Unless it's a tin pot one like this.
Oh, God! Oh, I've got some good music today, though, Steve.
Oh, really? I hope so. I'll be the judge of that. Go on.
Well, AC/DC.
Oh.
If you've got a bit of bare skin, you need colouring in, come into Ron's bike shop and tattoo parlour. He'll write Mum on your hand and give you Harley a tune-up while you wait. I can't believe no one wants to advertise with us.
And that only costs, what, 20 quid?
Yeah.
And they play that.
I mean, I turned down millions of pounds to do adverts because I think it's beneath me. And I thought last week I'll give a little bit back. I'll excite all these people who want to get it.
Nothing.
All I'm thinking is now no one wants us anymore, right? Which is impossible, surely.
I would have thought so.
Or we're on a tin pot station that no one listens to. Now,
correct answer.
Unbelievable. I'm having to hold on the pop shield of this mic because it keeps falling off.
It's embarrassing.
It's awful. I mean, oh God. Well, Carl, what are your thoughts? Why have you stuck it out here?
Nothing better coming in, I thought.
Well, I'll tell you why, because you're always on holiday, you don't do a lot, you get paid, well, doesn't he, really? He's a moany, I mean, he doesn't try and get on at all, he doesn't deal with people, he moans about everything, and, so he's...
I'm alright, I've got my own little room and that.
Yeah. Like a cage, it is like a cage, isn't it? And he can shut the door. If people walk past, he'll shut the door. He doesn't want them looking in. He's like a miserable old chimp. We noticed today how much he's simian, isn't
It's
he?
very strange, actually. We maybe should try and get a picture on the website because Carl's arms are particularly chimp-like. It's very, very strange.
Because he's got that sort of, he's got long downy hair. It's
And
not
the
like,
long extended knuckles.
Yeah, and he's totally round-faced. That sort of the chin goes back and the dome of his cranium. I think, quite seriously, I know we sort of share about 98.5% of our genetic material with bonobos and chimpanzees, but I think he's got a little bit more.
Yeah.
I honestly think he's a little bit of a throwback. Just his line, they just kept to this sort of really the ugliest one in the cave
Yeah.
and the tree, and he really didn't. he didn't come out of it. I'm not saying you are, you know, I don't think you are. Yeah, you're cheap-like.
No, it does annoy me. My hair annoys me on my body and that. Because I've got like hair on my little toes and that.
Have you?
And on the legs.
Would you see your little toes? Can you pick things up with them?
Yeah, it's right.
Okay.
Well, that's the finale of this week's show. We're going to see if he can play a record and put the fader up
From a tyre. While swinging a tyre.
Just using his hairy toes.
Yeah.
I've sort of got hair all the way, but then it just runs out where it should be.
On the top of your head.
Yeah.
Is this part of the reason why you're always uncomfortable about, you know, being nude or around naked people? Is that partly the reason, do you think, because you look so grotesque?
Well, when I'm on holiday, I don't really like wandering about without a top on unless, like, it's a quiet beach or whatever.
Sure. So what would you normally wear?
I just have like a nice sort of light, summery, sort of linen shirt, maybe, just a few top buttons open.
Yeah.
But I don't like the naked body. Isn't that nice anyway, is it? You know what I mean? Whatever it is, if you're a cat and you're shaved, you don't look that nice. You know what I mean? But with
I think you'll find a cat is naked even with its fur on. Cats don't wear clothes.
No, but what I mean is a bald cat isn't that good. You know it does me head in that I'm bald. I'm not. If I could have hair, it would be nice. But that's like.
Would you prefer animals to wear clothes like Mickey Mouse does? Or Goofy?
You know that I don't like nudist and all that. We've done it.
But don't you think sometimes you could sort of like maybe fancify a little bit, like if there was such a thing as an ape salon, and there isn't, Carl. There isn't, right? Would you give a orangutan a trim, maybe start with hair? Because some of those look like they're going bald, but they've got a comb over,
They
don't
should
they?
just have a shave. And it's like that. That's what I did. Take it back.
And the underarms as well. Yeah, they've really got a lot of underarm hair. Even the women ones.
Really?
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
I know. I don't even know where they breed. I don't know how they get laid, some of those horrible old, hairy ginger orangutans.
Yeah, they are particularly grim, some of those.
I know, yeah.
The big ones.
I know.
Ginger ones.
Yeah.
You can't be happy, can you? What is that? Where did that happen, the ginger thing? Why do people give them, like, a hard time and that?
Well, you just gave them a hard time then, so why did you do it? You were just flying in, were you, to
people do sort of give. I don't understand why, but ginger people get quite a bit of stick, and I've never understood it.
No, I was doing this. I don't know why.
They do, don't they?
I don't know. It might be historical. It might have been because I'm sure they don't everywhere in the world. I'm sure it's probably.
No, they are. They're always. I've said to you about even like ginger cats are always fat because they're sort of sick of it, probably.
Wait. Ginger cats, what do you mean?
When you see a ginger cat,
they've been eating, like, because they're upset, they've been bullied.
You never see like a thin, happy ginger cat running about. He's always overweight and looking a bit fed up. It's just a good point, isn't it?
I wouldn't say it's a good point, Carl, it's a point.
So last week, the Chinese don't age well. Now, anything ginger, including cats, are sick of it.
No, but I'm just saying.
Are you ginger? Would you like to take issue with any of Carl's points? 83 XFM is a text. You can text us. Maybe you've seen a thin ginger cat.
I'm not having a go though. That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying it's weird how people give him a hard time. And it's if I could have hair, I'd go for ginger hair rather than being bald.
Really? From Ben Folds on XFM 104.9, Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Carl Pilkington.
Had a fax. Never mind champagne and freebies like that. Just forget that. We're not doing that anymore. It didn't work. Okay. But we are still in demand. Got a fax here, right? So guy says, I produce a program for the BAS scientists, right? Wintering in Antarctica. Now what this bloke is saying is, there are scientists, right? Researching in Antarctica, and they're already locked away and sort of like out of touch because they can't get to them, right? But they're soon going to be living in 24-hour darkness, because through midsummer here, it's darkness for 24 hours for like 3 months, and they're totally cut off, and he's trying to get some stuff together, and he wants us to record a message, and it said, every year, they choose a celebrity to do something, a message of their choice. They had Rolf Harris, David Attenborough, Jonathan Ross, this year Ricky is the popular choice. So I'm up there with Rolf Harris, David Attenborough and Jonathan Ross in terms of the vote amongst some scientists stuck in a hut in Antarctica for 3 months.
I think they've just got cabin fever.
So that's another poll I've won. A British Antarctic scientist in a hut poll.
I was trapped in a little room with several other men for 3 months of pitch darkness.
Sexist.
Or indeed women.
Yeah.
I can't imagine why I'd ever want a message from Rolf Harris. What would Rolf...
It's the animal. I assume they're researching penguins or something, aren't they? If they're stuck there, or maybe
But what's that got to do with
seismic
Rolf?
activity, or maybe polar shift. I don't know.
Possibly if he were researching kangaroos.
Yeah.
Strange
He
Antarctic.
knows about all animals, doesn't he? You can take him a budgie with a broken wing and he'll sort it out. Or he knows a man who does.
Sure.
He can, he'll sort that out for you. And he'll do a picture of it.
Yeah.
While you wait. So, but anyway, I thought they want a 5-minute message. We can do better than that. Let's dedicate the whole show to them, Steve.
Okay, what?
Dedicate the whole show to them. What, was it trouble with my diction?
A little bit. I'm just thinking again, we've got to slow down because these guys are there, they're working, they're busy.
They're used to speaking eloquent English.
They're used to talking to intelligent, educated people.
Yeah.
So Carl should be something of a surprise to them. I imagine they'll just flood back early and come back to study him.
So this is this show is dedicated to all you science. I know nothing about them. I don't know how many there are. I know they're just, as I say, in a hut somewhere, presumably with a laptop, drinking hot chocolate out of steel mugs with.
Just looking up porn.
They're not on the internet, are they?
Oh, are they not?
Well, no, there's no phone line.
Well, how do they charge up the laptop when it runs out?
Well, they've probably got generators.
They must have other stuff. They got a telly and that, haven't they?
Of course they have.
No, for DVDs and things.
Well, they could probably have a DVD player that would run off a generator and stuff, so they can play. I don't know what we're giving this on CD or something. But
and what are they?
how would that enhance your life though? Like 2 months has gone, you've sat there, you're chewing Kendall mint cake and just looking round at white walls, right, thinking that the thing's going to come in any minute and put you out of your misery, right? And you go, all right, lads, it's here. What? A 5-minute message from Ricky Gervais.
Yeah.
Who? The fella from the office? Oh yeah. Go on. I mean, so I don't know how I can enhance. I mean,
One of them's going, I voted for Ricky Martin. What?
Yeah.
I don't understand what they're researching. You say penguins, but that's just a
Well, I'm
hypothesis.
assuming that because it's Antarctica, where the penguins live.
Is there anything else there? What else is going on? There's
There's a lot
presumably climate differences and...
Well, yeah, because it's
atmosphere
a
changes and
land
so on.
mass, isn't it? Arctic's just on ice, and Antarctica is actually a continent. It's a land mass, so there's stuff there. But presumably not in the winter. I imagine it's like 10 foot of snow, and really not a lot happening.
Sure.
I don't know what they're researching. It could be astronomy, as I say. It could be some sort of seismic thing. It could be just testing polar melting. It could be penguins. I have no idea. I haven't got the information. I don't think they want us to go into what they're doing.
They already know, yeah.
They probably want to know what's happening in the world for, well, we've got the man here.
That's an interminable 5 minutes for them. We've already wasted that 5 minutes. They're going to put it all excited to hear from you, and they've just got 5 minutes about discussing what they might be doing.
What I'm worried about is this bit, so for these 10 people there, we've just annoyed the 200 listeners we've got. Because they're thinking, what's in this for me? Well, we'll have fun along the way, and what I think we're doing, they've been stuck there, as I say, they're out of touch, they don't know what's happening, so Carl Pilkington is the man. We're going to have a break, we'll have a song, maybe some ad breaks, and then Carl is going to let these scientists who are stuck away in the darkness know what's been happening for the last couple of weeks. Is that alright, Carl?
Well, I don't really follow the news, so I probably
play a
know more.
record.
I was going to
Play a
say
record.
what's been going on.
Embrace a glorious day. Well, it is a glorious day, Steve.
Brilliant.
Every day's a glorious day, isn't it?
Well, it is when I'm with you.
Yeah, love the world.
Yeah.
So these scientists, they're stuck away in the darkness. Let's tell them what they've been missing. What's the highlights, Carl, of the last, Ricky Gervais and Steve Merchant and Carl Pilkington, by the way, XFM 104.9, etc. What have they missed for the last, just do the last few weeks? What have they missed? Remember, they haven't got newspapers, they haven't got telly. What's the... Look at him, he's looking at me like I just said that in Arabic. What do you understand? Think what's happened. Think what they haven't got that you know about. What have you seen and heard in the last couple of weeks that they couldn't have?
Well, like on the news and that, what's gone on in the world and that?
Yeah.
Well, or just things you've done personally. I think that'll be of less interest.
Yeah.
Pope's dead.
Okay.
I imagine that. Imagine if that was them breaking it to them.
Yeah.
Like they're listening and you go, what's happened? The Pope's dead. I don't say like that. Break it to us gently, Carl.
But I think that's better than how they do it on the news normally, though, isn't it? They make a big deal out of it, and you panic a bit when it's breaking news, and you think, oh, there's a war on.
Yeah.
And you go, Pope's dead, and you go, well.
So you've just used that short, sharp tactic.
Yeah.
Like ripping up maths real quickly.
I just said it softly, yeah, Pope's dead.
When you know all that coverage of the Pope with like these millions of people that had gathered in in Rome and stuff, I was thinking about, you remember we talked about the Queen Mother, and they were queuing up to see the Pope.
Yeah,
on
like
stage.
4 hours to
And
get
once
a
again, I
glimpse.
couldn't help but feel if they popped him on some kind of like dessert trolley and just wheeled him past everyone else, they could have got that done in about 3/4 of an hour.
Yeah.
You know, once again, people not thinking, they're not expanding their minds.
So you're logically.
What, like students and ragweed with a bed down
Put
Oxford
them on
Street?
those novelty beds. They're all dressed in kind of cardinals gear.
Yeah.
Just, trundling them off and down there, yes.
But it's the way they also said they've now got a new Pope. He's hardly new, is he? Why didn't they learn from the last one?
Sure.
You're taking on old people.
Yeah.
My dad couldn't even get a gig in B&Q.
Oh God! So who have we offended? I mean, the thing is, it's like, because soon our offensiveness isn't going to be sort of like we're feeling about offending someone. It's going to be like we're going to be living with Sam and Rushdie.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? The things. I mean, that's pretty. Don't have a go at the Pope.
I'm not having a go at him. It's good that he can carry on working and what have you, but I thought everyone had to retire at like 60 or whatever. Oh, bloody hell. But, whatever, if he can get away with it.
Yeah, why couldn't your dad get a gig in B&Q? I mean, he goes there a lot, doesn't he? He goes there a lot!
That's why, if you're just joining us for this one-off show because you're trapped in a bunker somewhere in the Antarctic, you should know this of Carl's dad. He's a thief. He steals things, and we've openly discussed this before. He's perhaps
he's not like Raffles though. He doesn't go into their house.
He's not a gentleman thief.
No, people put. Let's put this in context. He's not a villain. But sometimes when people leave groceries lying around in a public telephone box.
No, what it was, where they live now, they've retired, right? They've moved. I won't say where they are, but somewhere quiet, right? And it's so quiet.
It's not a witness relocation protection scheme.
Because there's only about 8 people live in this village. It's not worth like the like corner shops.
There's only 8 people living in the village.
It's quiet.
The village of the damned.
So anyway, rather than keep the shop open, you're meant to call up and go, alright Harry, I need some milk today.
Right.
And they stick it in a phone box outside in the shop, and my dad found that out. So when he's been out, just stop off at the phone box, have a look at what's left lying around.
Yeah. But of the 8, I mean, there's 8 people in the village. My attention would be instantly drawn to the dodgy Mank fella. I mean, you know what I mean? It seems, in Manchester you can probably get away with this, there's a lot of scum up there, but down in this little village, you've got little Miss Marple type and a little, country policeman.
He's stopped doing it now.
Has he?
Stopped doing it, yeah.
Cleaned up his act.
Yeah.
Good, alright, so with the Pope's dead, any other big news?
There was that thing I told you about last week, the foot-long spider eats chicken.
What does this mean to them? They're going to think that the world's been taken over by them. It's not done it. We're not going back. There's a foot-long spider on the loose.
Are these people bright, though?
Well, let's have a look. Antarctic scientists. Yeah, they've probably got an O-level or
But
two.
we're looking at penguins all day.
Yeah.
So how bright have you got to be?
What do you mean?
Well, what are they doing?
Well, I don't know, do I? But they've been chosen. It's probably cost millions of pounds to set them up there. Oh, Carl.
I'd say this is like, for scientists, this is like Big Brother. You know what I mean? This is like a big dinner scientist here watching this, finding out what's going to go on, there's little challenges that they give them, little tasks.
It's like Celebrity Love Island without the sun and slappers. Go on.
I think, what else is going on?
Well, while you're thinking, Carl, I should just tell you now, you threw that question out earlier, why are ginger people historically mocked? We've had a couple of responses on the text, 83XFM. Again, as ever with XFM listeners, don't believe what they say, don't trust what they say. But one of them,
Have we got any respect for anyone in the world?
I'll get back to you. Pete in Tooting, now again I think this is nonsense, he claims that the reason ginger people are disliked is because Judas was ginger from the Bible. I don't know where he's come up with this idea.
No, I've heard that.
But I mean, are there a great many people from, you know, the Middle East who are ginger?
Well, that's probably why he stood out.